سبحانه نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ به من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل وبارك عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إلا كان عليكم رقيبا. وقال سبحانه وتعالى في سورة الأحزاب يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. عباد الله فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة فليعوذ بالله وكل ضلالة في النار. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I glorify Him, I adore Him, I appreciate Him, I celebrate His name, I testify to His oneness. There's none worthy of being worshipped except Him, Allah alone. He is the creator, He is the originator, He is the fashioner, He is the provider, and He is the sustainer. He creates everything without looking at anything. And He sustains all that He has created. And He has no supporter, and He seeks no supporter. Allah is unique in His oneness. Not to be what to be worshipped except Him alone. And I testify that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is His messenger, and His apostle, and His chosen one, sent to mankind to take us out of darkness into the light of Islam. He did indeed deliver the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His infinite mercy bless Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his household, his companions, and those who strove with him during the difficult times, and those who maintain what he has come up with, and those who disseminate his knowledge after he is gone. May Allah count us among them. Ameen. Brothers and me, brothers and sisters, Allah tells us in the Quran. Before any discussion, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam starts the discussion with some three basic ayahs in the Quran, which is the essence of our creation, and which at every given time, every Muslim must ponder about this three ayah. It takes the first one, each time he wants to talk. It takes the first ayah from Ali Imran, Quran 3, ayah 102. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, all you who claim to have believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, taqullah. Be conscious of your responsibility to Allah. What kind of consciousness? Act what you call real consciousness. All-hearted consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. Death is certain. Whether we like it or not, we're going to die. We know as a Muslim. That we know from the beginning. But then, you don't know when it's going to come. So allow not this death to capture you or to overtake you, except in the state of what? Submissions to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is that submission? Doing His wills. And Messenger of Allah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam goes ahead and says in Quran 4, ayah 1, Ya ayyuhan nas, all mankind, taqu rabbakum. Here again it says, be conscious of your responsibility to your Lord. Which Lord are we referring to? Alladhi khalaqakum min nafsin wahida, who has created you from a single soul, which is Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. And from this single soul, Adam khalaqa minha zawjaha. He created his mates from him. That is our mother. May Allah be pleased with them too. From the combination of this Adam and Eve, بَثَّ مِنْهُمَا رِجَالًا كَثِيرًا. He made many male to come out, many female to come out of these two. All human beings that's going to live on earth, they are all been created by Allah. There's no new creation. Allah has taken out all of us, till our own generation to come. They are already created by Allah. Allah has taken them out from the loins of Adam when he was created. بَثَّ مِنْهُمَا رِجَالًا كَثِيرًا. Many male and many female. Therefore, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ, be conscious of responsibility to this Allah again. Allah تَسَأَلُونَ بِهِ. Anytime you want something, Allah give me this, Allah give me this. You ask Allah for everything you want. I beg in the name of Allah. You ask people to do something by the name of Allah. تَسَأَلُونَ بِهِ. وَالْأَرْحَامِ, then your blood ties, your family. Be conscious of responsibility to Allah, then to your parents, then to your family. It's important. Each time he reminds us of this before he starts his discussion. Why? إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلَيْكُمْ رَقِيبًا. Allah is constantly watching over you. That wherever you are, Allah is constantly watching over you. He's training us. He sends 2 angels by us to take record of whatever we do. That is Quran 4, ayah 1. Then the Messenger of Allah will say again in Quran 33, ayah 70 to 71. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who claim to have believed in Allah again. Qulu qawlan sadida. Anytime you are asked to talk, if you must talk, if you must say anything, say what is upright. Say what is upright. When you do this, Allah says, yuslih lakum a'malakum. I will perfect your deed for you. I will improve your deed for you. I will take away the iniquities in your deeds. You're saying. After that, I will forgive your sins. Once you are conscious of what you say, I will always forgive your sin. Therefore, whoever that obeys Allah and obeys His Messenger, yes, indeed, succeeded. He has indeed prospered, the greatest of prosperity. That is the essence of our creation. Our ambition, our aim, our garad, our cast, our hadaf, our targets, our objective in this world is to worship Allah and to earn what? Al-Jannah. And that is the greatest of prosperity. If that is the case, the best of sayings are the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the best of guidance are the guidance of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the worst of matters, it is innovations. And every innovation is misguidance. And every misguidance, every misinnovation, every innovation is misguidance. And all with guidance will go to hellfire. Your Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from that. That is me as a preamble. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. From this preamble, our topic has actually come out. When the Messenger of Allah was talking to us, every time is concerned about taqwa, about God consciousness, about bringing the Allah into our presence in everything we want to do. And how do we do that? By actually obeying His injunctions. And with that, because Allah has created us, He wants for us success in this world and hereafter. He wants us to succeed and enter Jannah. So in order to succeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has laid out the rules and regulations. These are the foundation that will make it easy for us. And that is why, as a believer, each time we want to pray to Allah every day, 70 times in a day, what do we recite? Surah Al-Fatiha. Do you ponder what that Fatiha means? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. Praising Him, eulogizing Him, glorifying Him. You want something from an elderly person? What do you do first? You have to greet him first. Praise him first. After that, what do? You have to let them know that, look, I belong to you. I'm on your side. Topani Miyoshi. Miyo Yakusoba. Miyo Detobaba. Ebeko. Topani Mushi. Iyaka Nabudu. Allegiance. Allah, I stand by you. Allah, I'm for you. Allah, I'm on your cause. Allah, I take the rest which you have given. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. We take that pledge every day. Therefore, what do we want Allah? We want a very beautiful life. We want a prosperous life. We want hereafter. Therefore, Ehdina Siratal Mustaqim. Guide us to the right path. Keep on the right path. What path? The Siratal Ladina and the path of those whom you are pleased with, among your messengers, among your prophets, among the righteous. Not the path of those who have gone astray, like Fir'aun, like Qarun, No, not that shaitan, but those who are Ameen. That's our prayer every day. And what Allah says? What Allah says, Allah answers that prayer. That prayer which you say, Allah answers the prayer. So as I always say, Bismillah, Alif La Mim, Dhalika Likitabu, La Raiba Fihi, Huda Lil Muttaqin. Simple answer. That's why some scholars say Fatiha is part of the Quran. It's only a prayer one. You see some Quran, they're not in the first chapter. Some Quran don't start with Baqarah 1. But many states Fatiha 1. Because the preamble is a request. That's why it says the mother of the book is the mother of Quran. Fatiha brought the Quran. It was a response to Fatiha that brought the Quran. That's why that's Alif La Mim. That is the book. La Raiba. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about that book. What's that book for? Huda?
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Guidance.
And what is this?
This is the guidance.
For who?
For the human.
That's it. Muttaqin, we are the pious. Want to be pious? Want to start taqwa? What do you have? Huda lil muttaqin. That is the guidance. If you want to be pious, if you want to be with Allah, if you want to succeed in this world, if you want to be happy, if you want to be fulfilled, what do? Follow this Quran. Huda lil muttaqin. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ويؤتون الزكاة. Let's say that. So that is Quran, that is Islam, and that is what you are saying now. Not to do this, Allah gives us a lot of regulations for how to get close to Him. That's why I say fast, you pray daily after belief. You fast in the month of Ramadan. You do zakat, you do hajj. It makes some to be annual exercises. It makes some worship to be monthly exercises. It makes some to be daily exercises. It means some to be every second exercise. Every minute you must be doing it. One of those that is meant to be annual. To get close to Him. Allah wants at any time to be pure. Allah loves such that each time you call on Him, He wants to answer you. And for you to be able to call on Him and answer you, you must possess some qualities. You want to call Allah and you want Allah to answer you, you must possess some qualities. These qualities, they are difficult to attain in ordinary days. So to be able to attain that quality, Allah establishes fasting. That is the essence of fasting. That is when Allah was talking in Quran 1:173. It says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykum kama kutiba alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. Mandatory is this fasting for you. You are not the first to do the fasting. People before you have done the fasting. Abraham has done it, Moses have done it, Jesus have done it, many have done it. Zechariah have done it. They have fasted before you. But what is the essence of me mandatory for you? So that you will become conscious of me. So you become pure of me. So you'll be able to talk to me and I'll answer you. And that was why all the legislation in the Quran of worship, it was only fasting that came once. Others have repetition. You have salat many times. You have hajj many times. You have shahada many times. You have zakat. This time you have salat, you have zakat. So many times you have. 330 times. There are many times. But fasting comes only once in the Quran. It's only discussed only once, from beginning to the end. Start from the beginning of the ruling to the end of the ruling. Fast has been made for material for you, and made for you, so that you be pious. Therefore, that's a limited number of days. There's a number of days. If you are sick, if you are not well, if you are traveling, limit. It gives all the conditions. Then after you finish the condition, it was to say, وَإِذَا سَهَلَكَ عِبَادِ أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دعوة الداع إذا دعان فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون. Coming back to the first thing, coming back to it. The reason why I have to fast, I want you to be pure. I want to be clean. I want to be awesome. I want to be like the angels. We have the angels. We have jinn. We have man. They are all created to worship Allah. But some have choice, some don't have choice. Angels have no choice. The jinn have choice, but they are from fire. The man have choice, but they are from dust. So just two of you man can ascend to the position of the angel, pure. I want you to be like that sometimes. That is why in the month of Ramadan, what ordinarily you can eat and drink and enjoy, you will see them, then you leave them. Just like angels see them, they cannot do it. They just don't eat. They don't drink. They don't copulate. So you too, I want you for some hours in a day, for a month, I want to be like the angels. So don't fast. Fast, don't eat. See food and leave it. See drink, leave it. See your legitimate one, leave them. So you can be like the angels. I want to be pure. I want to purify you of some iniquities in you. Therefore, after you have done that, Allah says, if they ask you, Muhammad, after they are fasted, if they ask you about me, tell these people that I told you worship to fast. I'm very close to them. They are joking at me. Ujibu da'wati da'i. I answer the call of the callers when they call on me. Therefore, call on me. So the reason for fasting is to be pure, that you can call on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is why, the Messenger of Allah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I'll not start my lecture now. These are all preambles. The purpose of fasting is to attain what? Taqwa. That's the purpose. The purpose of fasting was to attain taqwa. The purpose of fasting was for us to be pure, to be able to call on our Lord and answer us. That's the purpose of fasting. Allah, I want this, I shall answer you. Whether it gives you as you want it, or whether in the fast you see that is better for you, or whether it's to write off your some sins that you have. Either of the three ways. Anytime you call on an answer, that's the state, it's going to be answered. It just don't refuse it. That's what it's. And the only acceptable, like, call on me, I will answer you. No shout. Call on me, I will answer you. So therefore, if you are in that state, you are fasted, you are doing everything that you have to do. If you call on him, he must answer you. He said, I must answer you. Don't put any condition there. I will answer you. But you have food conditions. So, but sometimes you call him, he does answer you. So if he answers you, you say, I'm not saying it. No, he has answered. He has answered. Either yes, what you ask has given you as you verbatim, so ask it. Or sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, this thing you are asking for, you do not know the value. It will delay you. It will derail you. To make you get lost, you will not appreciate me. Therefore, I'm deferring to a time that's most appropriate for you. Sometimes you give it to your children. Like I said, he knows, he's the most wise. He knows what he's doing. Giving us what we want does not take anything away from him. They are all created for us, not for him. Allah created everything for us. Even the angels are created for who? For who? For human beings. Angels are just what I call the angel. Angels are like missionaries. That's what I'm sorry. Ministers. That's called angels. Malak. So that's the child of a position. That's called Malak. Malak too. I'm in charge of this position. You manage this, you manage this. That's why the angels are there. Jibril is there of what? Provisions. Messages.
Yes.
Mechanism of what? Provisions. Provision. Mechanism provisions. Malak remote, death. Asrafil, this is blowing the trumpet. Ridwan, Jannah, Malik, fire, fire. Rakib on your right, Atid on your left. Munkar, Nakir. All these angels, they have their functions stated for them. All of them are to serve you, human being. The angels are created to serve you, human being. That's why Allah sent them to us. So therefore, these things are for your benefit. And we are supposed to call on me and answer you. So what will make you to call on me and answer you? That's why you just fasting. Because when you call on Allah, it gives what you want instantly. Sometimes they will defast it, and sometimes they say, okay, look, I know you have to call me, I've answered you. At some point in time, you embezzled Muhammad's 5 million, 10 million, or this one. You did it. I've covered it, but you cannot go scot-free. Therefore, I am taking that 5 million you're asking for, this is it. You have offended, you have done for Muhammad, I'm going to give to Muhammad another way. You will not get it. But to you, it's not answered. But to Allah, guess what? He has appropriated it. Allah has appropriated the way it is met. You answer, you ask, but he has answered you. But he has to cover, to pay off your debts. Indebtedness. So we must believe in Allah and trust His judgment. Trust His judgment. That is the essence of this fasting. So if that is the case, that we are fasted, we now have 10 situations after Ramadan, or in Ramadan, to tell us how to, this taqwa, that whether we're able to attain it in Ramadan or not. Some people are able to attain it, some do not attain it. Some go to Ramadan and did not get anything. Just get there, come out, just like that. Some went and they went to Ramadan, they got everything in Ramadan, they prosper. After they came out, they lost everything. We don't want to be that. We don't want to be number two. We want to what? Sustain it and maintain it. We want to sustain and maintain it because we don't know when we are going to leave this world. I was telling my Amir, he came to my last Sunday, was a brother, he was there, he was so everything the mosque. We were there, they eat together, he called me, Mom, what is to eat? I said, I don't know, I'm not at home. So you are going to tell me, spend the time and tell me I'm going to be there to eat. So that brother died Sunday. He was there. There was one that said he was going to eat, he died on the way. A lot of this happened. Yes, they want to allow me to fast, but so we don't know which one is going to be our last. We have fasted it. We have accumulated it. Therefore, the first thing I want to let is the father in Ramadan. Who are those that actually benefit from this Ramadan? The Messenger of Allah Muhammad says, Man sama Ramadan, iman wa ihtisaba, ghufra lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi. That hadith that was also read to us in Ramadan. Man sama Ramadan, iman wa ihtisaba, ghufra lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi. Man qama Ramadan, iman wa ihtisaba, ghufra lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi. Man qama Lailatul Qadr, iman wa ihtisaba, ghufra lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi. It's always said in Ramadan that whoever whoever fasted the month of Ramadan, you put that past tense, man soma, it doesn't say man yasum, who is fasting. You use the past tense, man soma, whoever fasted, which you have fasted now, isn't it? Yes. So this message for now. Man soma Ramadan is only being told to us that so we know what we're going to get after the fasting. Because you don't get your reward of Ramadan that day of Ramadan. That's why it says, the fasting person has two time of period of what? Two period of what? Happiness. If you fast, you have two period of happiness. When you are breaking your fast on the day of Eid. And second one, the day you see the reward. So that means the reward of your fasting is not when you are fasting. The reward comes when? After. So the reward of our fasting of Ramadan is not coming now. It's what we are looking for now. Start to see, we are going to fast the way I fasted to get the reward. So it's whoever fasted the month of Ramadan would believe in Allah, Iman, one condition. Two, it's expecting reward. You don't just fast. I'm trying to for sake of fasting. No. I'm fasting because I'm asked to fast and Allah is going to reward me. If you just fast for fasting's sake, you have no reward. You must fast with the intention of getting a reward from Allah. That's what's called worship. Don't just fast an habit. I just do it for myself. I just like it. No, so you don't have reward. But I'm doing it because Allah asked me to do it, and I'm going to get a reward for it. So that's what Iman wa ihtisaba. Whoever does that, what they say? Ghufra lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi. The purpose of your fasting is to forgive you your past sin, not the one you're going to commit now. The sin you have committed before last Ramadan, and the purpose to forgive those one. So, if you start calculating that one, you'll need to worry. It says again, man qama Ramadan, whoever stand in the night of Ramadan. In the days we fast, and the night we do what? Do tarawih. Whoever does that too, we forgive him the past of his sin. And again it says, man qama Lailatul Qadr, wa siyam Ramadan, wa qiyamu Lailatul Qadr. So and whoever stands in the night of Qadr, Lailatul Qadr, similarly, his sins will be forgiven. But that night of Qadr is not sure to anybody. Nobody knows the night. We're not sure. That's why people go from Ramadan to go to Tekah. We're not sure which is the night. But the days and nights of Ramadan are sure. Isn't it? They are sure. The whole month of Ramadan, I'm fasting. The whole night of Ramadan, I'm standing. You are sure of that one. Like that, you're not sure. That's not certain. But this was certain. That is why you use that three kind of hadith. This one for day, this one for night, and this one especially for night of Qadr. So whichever that you do, alas, I will forgive you what you have, the sins you have committed. Therefore, as-salati mikiyal, was-siyamu mikiyal. فَمَنْ وَقَوْهَا وَفِي اللَّهِ لَهُ وَمَنْ أَخَفْ إِمَا فَهُوَ الْمُتَوَفِّينَ. Remember, that salat that you are doing, it has quantum of reward, right? Fasting too has quantum of reward. Even though that of fasting, Allah says, it is me that's going to determine it. As-sawmuli wa la yajzi. Fasting is for me, and it's me that will determine the quantum of your reward. But that's the quantum. It has percentage. The only thing that's no limitation. Salat has limitation, the maximum. can get salat. But for Hajj, for fasting, there's no limitation. You can just give you 7 trillion, can just give you 8 billion, whatever, can give you in fasting. So it has this. So it depends on what you aspire for. But unfortunately, that's what we have now. Unfortunately, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أما يستحي من يستوفى بمكيال شهواته وتوفي بمكيال فويل للمطففين صيام وصلاة. Just by the fact that we know that salat and fasting has its own determined reward by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Does not show anybody. The angels cannot score it. Salat has caused fasting. The angels know the scoring for salat. They don't know the scoring for Hajj, for fasting. It's only Allah. That's why it's only me that can determine the reward. This now, some people, in spite of this, they are mutafif. They start fifth. That's cheating. They cheat when they are doing this salat, they do fasting. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to us, which we have all read, in Quran 83, 1-3. Surah Al-Mutaffifin. Quran 83, 1-3. Quran says, Allah says, Wailun lil mutaffifin alladhina hum idha talu ala nas yastawfun. Quran 83, 1-3. Quran 83, ayah, verse 1-3. وَإِذَا كَالُوهُمْ أَوْ وَزَنُوهُمْ يُخْسِرُونَ. Allah says, woe unto those who cheat, who make, who weigh, who do acts. When they want their reward for somebody, they want full measure. When they have to measure for somebody else, they do what? They cheat. They cheat. Same thing. You want Allah to give you the best, but you are give Allah what? The crooked. You want the best from Allah, but you are giving what? The crooked. Who's cheating who? Cheating yourself. That's why people go to Ramadan like that. So that is why it starts says, "Al-Mulim al-Tafafa, kafayka hal lazim yataffa farrata bil-kulliyya, kayfa hal alladhi lam yakum wa lam yasum, wa ma'adatu man yatasawwuna bil-Islam." If we are talking of those who cheat, what of those who don't fast at all? Some people don't even fast at all. We are talking of those who fast and they are cheating. What of those who don't fast at all? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to us about Surah Al-Ma'un too. That's Quran 107, 4-5. What is it? فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. وَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ. Woe unto the worshippers who are mindful of their worship. When they are worshiping, they are careless. إِذَا قَوْمَ لَسْرَقَوْمُ كُسَالَ يُرَوْنَ النَّاسُ وَلَا يَعْلَمُونَ وَلَا يَعْلَمُونَ. When they just come I'm fasting, I'm going to believe, I'm telling you, you are fasting, cheating, you are fasting, talking, rubbish. And you are getting reward. So let each one first examine, how did I fast? How did I do my fasting? Did I do well enough? If I have not done it well enough, there are ways you can do. If I have done well enough, that's still what you can do. That is why we want to sustain the taqwa. Did you actually attain the taqwa at that time? If you have attained it, then let us sustain it, and maintain it. If you are not, let's work on it. It's never too late. ألم يكن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من أدرك رمضان فلم يغفر له فأبعده الله. وقالها جبريل النبي ثم قال له قل آمين فقلت آمين. من أدرك رمضان فلم يغفر له فأبعده الله دعاه عليه بإعادة الرحمة وطرد عنها. لأن ذلك الشهر قد مر ولم يستفيد منه. Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم during Ramadan, you all know the story. It was one day on the member, and you know any member has 3 steps. If you see the member of Imam, standard will have 3 steps. So the first one is that say Amin. People are looking why you do Amin. It's like second one say Amin. The third one is say Amin. They say, why you Amin Ya Rasulullah? What's making you say Amin on the Messenger of Allah? Oh, you know, Jibril came to me. And what he said, whoever met the month of Ramadan and he cannot profit from him, may be humiliated. Whoever met his parents with agent in his hand and he cannot profit from them, may he be humiliated. Whoever hears the word of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and instructions sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may he be humiliated. Look at the way he corroborated the 3 together. The fear of Allah, which is fasting. Fasting is for Allah. That fasting is who? For who? It's not for anybody, it's for Allah. As-sawm li wa Second, your parents. Second, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So whoever that not profit from Ramadan, it can, because it's a time, ayyam al-ma'adudat, limited number of days, it's gone, it's gone. That Ramadan is gone, it's gone. What is gone? It's gone forever, it's not coming again. If Allah calls us to be alive, you see 40, 45, right? But this one is gone. So that is why if anybody fails to actually do that one in Ramadan, then what's expected? Where's the taqwa? The taqwa has not actually come. So therefore, ونستحق رحمة المغفرة ولا شك أيها المسلمون أننا قد أسلم مما تدفي في الصيام والقيام وقد أسلم منا إخلال بآداب الصوم الواجب والمستحبة لقد أسلم منا تفريط وهذا ما يدفعنا لوفقة الثانية وهي now we have all fasted. Those of us who did well, alhamdulillah, have done well. Those who have one shortcoming or the other, when I was there, I was still screaming, I was still telling lies, I was still doing something. But we know ourselves. Those who did well, we know ourselves. So, whichever you are, there's one option left now. The option left, whether you did well or not, is what? If you have not done it well, I have some shortcomings. What is it? The next thing is to seek for what? Forgiveness. And so what? Repentance. There are two different. Repentance and forgiveness are different. Repentance means a resolution that I will not go back into it. Forgiveness is Allah, I've done wrong, forgive me. There are two different things. You can ask for forgiveness without repenting. You can ask for forgiveness without repenting. But forgiveness comes after that. And that is why any good deed we do, what ends it? What ends it? Istighfar. When you salam, after the salam alaikum wa rahmatullah, what do you say? Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. 3. After salat, you are praying for Allah. Astaghfirullah. Did I feel offended? You say astaghfirullah because you know there could have been some shortcomings. That's salat. You could have been thinking when your salat, shaitan has come. Your mind is no Igbo. Your mind is Yaba. Your mind is Abuja. Your mind is why are you in salat? Your mind could have been something else. You could have made some mistake in the recitation. You don't know. There could be some shortcomings. What's the way out? You have to say astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. I don't do that for you, but I don't know. I don't astaghfirullah. That's the most important thing for everybody now that you have done. Because coming out of Ramadan, some people the day of Eid, they were thinking, they were so happy let us end. They saw Ramadan as what? They saw as burden. They just this was Allah. It's gone. But Muslims don't see that as burden. What they see, the day of Eid, they thank Allah because of what? That Allah, alhamdulillah, for giving the opportunity to worship you. That's why we're happy. On the day of Eid, we are happy, we are celebrating because with alhamdulillah that you gave me opportunity to do what? To worship you. So they thank Allah for the guidance that I thank Allah. The Christians are there, the Jews are there, they want to do it, but they cannot do it the way we are doing it. Some people are there, they have money, they cannot do it. But Allah guided you, you are able to do it, you thank Allah for it. So therefore after doing that one, you do istighfar. So tawbatan al-mukassar fi siyam wa salati wa istighfar. أما مضى من الإحلال والتفريط من حق الله تعالى وأبو ذلك الشهر الذي انقضى ولم يستفيد كما ينبغي الاستغفار والدعاء بالمغفرة. Astaghfirullah is a prayer for forgiveness. Oh, what's astaghfirullah? Means Allah forgive me. Astaghfirullah, I means so same thing as Arabic. Ana, I. Istighfar is what called astaghfirullah. I ask forgiveness from Allah. Astaghfirullah, I ask forgiveness from Allah. So it's a prayer. When you do astaghfirullah, it's a prayer. It says to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You do it because Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, Abu Hurairah given a hadith, says, Abu Hurairah, Yukfir liman illa liman aba. Allah will forgive everybody except you refuse. That's Allah will forgive everybody except you refuse. Who is that person that will say, I don't want Allah's forgiveness? The Messiah says, Alladhi yaba and yastaghfirullah. Those who refuse to say, you are not want to. If you want, just say it. You want to say it. Once you say it, we give you. So those who refuse to say astaghfirullah, they have refused to ask for forgiveness. So they will not get what? So asking for forgiveness is a must on everyone, no matter how pure you think you are. Let's say I used to ask for 70 times in a day. You're going to do that one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have said it. فَعَلَمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لِذَنْبِكَ. Quran 47, ayah 19. Allah has crafted, has joined istighfar with his name. So know that there's no Lord but me, therefore ask forgiveness from me. So every time we do any work, whether we go have for Hajj, Iblis, Shaitan, Lanatullah alayhi, what did he say? Iblis said, call Iblis, Adelakun nasi bidhunub wa alakuni bila ilallah wa istighfar. I misled many people. Shaitan, Iblis, he said, Halakun nas, I misled many people. Bidhunub, with sin. I misled them. They tell do this, what Allah says, Allah doesn't want. Ask them to do it, and they do it. I misled many people by sin. Go and do this and they will do it. But what? But they destroy me. People I destroy them with sin, but they destroy me back with what? فَعَلَكُونِ بِلَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَالْإِسْتِغْفَارِ. فَعَلَكُونِ بِلَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَالْإِسْتِغْفَارِ. But they destroy me with لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَالْإِسْتِغْفَارِ. They will say, Allah, Allah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Because of that, Allah forgive them. I made them to commit sin, but Allah forgive them. Because what? They go back to Allah. I refuse to ask for forgiveness from Allah. So istighfar is a must after every good deed that you have done. You must all do istighfar as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do istighfar. والاستغفار ختام الأعمال الصالحة كلها فتكتب به بالصلاة والحج وقيام الليل وتكتب به للمجالس فإن كانت مجالس الذكر كان كالطابع عليه وإن كان مجالس اللهو كان كفارة لها كان كفارة لمن أزل فيها. Istighfar, it is the purification, the perfection of any job you have done, any act of worship. You go for Hajj, you go for fasting, you do your salat, you do sadaqah. Even though you do sadaqah, give someone trillion, you still astaghfirullah. You still astaghfirullah because you don't know. Your intention can be porous, can be wrong. You don't know. So you do istighfar for everything that you do. After that. So it is important that we do everything. So in that sense, we should be doing istighfar. Qala Umar bin Abdulaziz fi kitabihi. He wrote and he said, Kulu kama qala abukum Adam alayhi salatu wassalam. Say what your father Adam used to say. After we have done any good work, say it. What did he say? He said that أقول كما قال ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم وترحمنا They offended Allah. They went against the truth of Allah, but they realize what they say. ربنا, oh our Lord, ظلمنا. We have cheated ourselves. We have misguided ourselves. We have sinned against you. If you don't forgive us. If you don't bless us, where do we go? We have no Lord except you. It's a word of tawheed. It's a word of belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rely on Allah that is the only one that can do it. You have done. If you have done wrong, if you have done some mischief in your Ramadan, it's not perfection. This is the way. Say it. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكن من الخاسرين. We would have been lost, be doomed. Except you forgive us. So this you do. And he says again, وَقُولُوا كَمَا قَالَ نُوحُ عَلَيْهِ الصَّلَاةُ وَالسَّلَامُ. See what Noah have said. That what I've told you is in Quran. That is رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا وَلَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَنَكُونَ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. You see it in Surah Al-A'raf, Quran 7, ayah 23. Quran 7, ayah 23, Surah Al-A'raf. Then Nuh, alayhi salatu wasalam, the first messenger of Allah. Nuh was the first messenger of Allah. It you said, what is it? وَإِلَّا تَكْفِرْ لِي وَتَرْحَمْنِي أَكُونْ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Surah Hud, Quran 11, ayah 47. Quran 11, ayah 47. Surah Hud. Oh my Lord, if you don't forgive me and have mercy on me, I will be among the losers. So what did he say too? He too said the same thing that we're asked to say after doing the good work. They are not sinners, they are prophets of God, and say what they are saying. The same thing. He said, Kulu kama qala Ibrahim Khalilullah. Say the same thing that Abraham used to say. The friend of Allah, the father of the faith. Ibrahim that's a nation on its own. One man battalion. That's Ibrahim. It's a nation. Ummatan. I say, what do you say? In Surah Al-Shu'ara, Quran 26, ayah 82, Surah Shu'ara. When he was praying to God, he says, وَالَّذِي أَطْمَعَ أَنْ يَغْفِرَ لِي خَطِيئَاتِي يَوْمَ الدِّينِ. Look at Tawheed. Allah, that I expect, that I hope that you forgive me my sin on the day of resurrection. He was talking about Allah, praising Allah, that I hope, I've come that He will forgive me my sin on the day of resurrection. So Ibrahim too did what? He asked for istighfar after he had done that. And the same thing, Musa alayhi salam, the ministry of Musa alayhi salam, who said in Surah Al-Qasas, Quran 28, ayah 26. Musa alayhi salam, what did he say to? He said, La ilaha illa anta subhanaka astaghfirullah. Rabbi inni zalamtu nafsi faghfir li. Rabbi inni zalamtu nafsi faghfir li. No? You know what happened? That time when he made a mistake, he never knew. The Egyptian and the Israelites were fighting and asked to intercede between them. He said the Egyptian man and he died. You look at this and what happened? I never meant to do this one. Oh Allah, I have wronged my soul. Forgive me. Before he started running away, ask forgiveness and for guidance. Ask Allah. So anytime you have done a good deed, don't be contented with that. Ask for forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you have not done correctly in Ramadan, this is your next opportunity to do it. The same thing is in Yunus alayhi salatu wasalam. You also know that one now. Yunus, what do you say? Zanun. You also know his story. That's Jonah. You know the story in Quran 21:82. It's 7, sorry. You also say, La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minadh dhalimin. وَنَادَى فِي الظُّلُمَاتِ أَنْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنْتَ سُبْحَانَكَ إِنِّي كُنتُ. It cried out in the three darkness. Darkness of the night, darkness of the fish, and darkness of the whale. Three darkness. And it cried out in this darkness, three darkness. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minadh. Oh my Lord, there's nothing like you. There's no Lord like you. I have wronged my soul. Forgive me. Just what? Allah said to go and do something, and it is. So anything you do, even you are doing righteous deeds, do not until you commit. When you do righteous deeds, you have some deformity, some inadequacies in that. You ask for forgiveness. So that is what is going to do Surah Al-Anbiya. Siyamana hadhi yahtaj al-istighfar nafi' wa amal as-sallahu shafi'. Kam takharakum min siyamana min siyam al-kalam. I don't want to go into that. So many things that you have done that are not perfect and not good enough. So therefore, with this, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us our sins. So my brother, if you want to keep on benefiting from the piety that you must have acquired in Ramadan, you keep on doing what? Istighfar, 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 istighfar. Number 3. Remember, whatever deed you have done for Allah, it's not sufficient to have done it. You can do it. You can do it, no problem. You can do it. But for it to be accepted, it must meet the standard set by whom? Allah. And the greatest of that standard is what? Taqwa. The greatest of that standard is I am doing it for the sake of Allah, and I don't want Allah to accept from me. Therefore, I'm conscious of what He does not like. I'm conscious of iniquity before I go into it. I don't do it with sin. That is why Allah says, إِنَّمَا تَقَبَّلَ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah says, إِنَّمَا تَقَبَّلَ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Surah Al-Ma'idah, Quran 5 and 27. You know the story of Abila and Kabila. They are both the two children of Adam. Issues happen between them, and who's to marry who. Allah says, okay, fine, what you do? That one, both make a sacrifice for me. Make a sacrifice. What did Kabil do? Abil he was a shepherd, and he brought out the best of the herds he has, the best cow, or the best ram that has, the best of the herds. Took the most good one. That is what we're talking about. When you want to do anything, use the best. If you have a millionaire, don't go and buy a ram of 10,000, 5,000, and your Allah bless you. What are you doing? You are cheating. It's tough if you got a way. We are not saying you should go and waste your money, but buy the best. Buy the one that I like this one. Give to Allah. That is taqwa. Allah does not need the meat nor the blood. What does He need from you? It's the piety I'm doing for Allah. So I'm giving the best to Allah, so I get the best for Him. You too will not get that which is so desirous to you, until you spend that which is so dear to you too. So it's important we have this standard. We are conscious of it in Ramadan. So the same thing now. We keep on doing taqwa, piety. That's what's been there. So Allah said, I will accept. So what happened? Kabil came on the other hand. Where did he go? He went to the farm. And he brought the most crooked, maybe spoiled yam or spoiled cane, whatever that's most crooked out of his own farm. And he presented it for sacrifice to Allah. Allah said, فَتَقَبَّلَ مِنْ أَحَدِهُمَا وَلَمْ تَقَبَّلْ مِنْ الْآخَرِ. And we accept from one, we don't accept from the other one. So Allah said that of what? Abil. He said, إِنَّمَا تَقَبَّلَ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah said, I only accept only for those who are pious. So whatever you have done, your fasting, Adelakun, the essence was piety, but the piety, if it is there, and that is, and you have said that one, in Surah Al-Mu'minun, we did the tafsir, you see what Allah said that to us. So these qualities must be in you for Allah to accept this. What word? Okay, Abdul ibn Abu Zayd Abu Rawad rahimahullah أدركتهم يجتهدون في العمل الصالح فإذا فعلوه وقع عليه الهم أيقبل منهم أم لا. When they are asked to do any good deeds, whether to fight because of Allah, they will do it their best. Then after that they will worry. Shall I back will I accept it? Have I done enough? Have I done enough? They are worried. When first examine themselves, they question themselves. Have I done best? Have I acted to my best ability? You must. Though there's another version of this, I will come to that one later. Because sometimes Shaitan will make you to be doubting your work. Don't allow Shaitan to doubt your work. But don't believe, have positive mind. Don't always be doubtful. Don't be negative. You're taught. If you worship Allah, be positive. But your positivity is only to see that maybe I should have done better. So you see that one. So what you have done is this, as Allah accepted or not, they try to feel bad if they feel they have not actually done this enough. So this is one. Number 5. Al-istimrar ala ta'at ba'da Ramadan. Al-istimrar ala ta'at ba'da Ramadan. Ramadan is gone. I've told you it's gone forever. It's gone forever. It's not coming back. I mean that's that of 44. It's not coming back. And that was next year. Cannot come back again. This one cannot come back again. And I've told you the reward for Ramadan does not come in Ramadan. It comes when? Man saw man. It is mad. It's really mad. It's past tense. Whoever fasted. Nothing was fasting. Whoever fasted, man come, whoever stood. So you have done it and your reward is coming now. So and what does it do? That Ramadan has actually wiped away some of your minds of the last year. This is not working for you now. So now you don't want to commit more sin. Because you don't know whether you have opportunity of getting Ramadan and wipe that one. If you don't have opportunity of getting Ramadan, what happened? You have accumulated sins now. Ramadan will have wiped it away, it's not more coming. And you're not sure whether it's going to come or not. So what do? What you have done to hand that reward from Ramadan, what do? You kept on doing it. You maintain it. Al-istimrar, you maintain doing it. You keep on acting on it. If you are given a promotion in your work, your place of work, your status was elevated, and they give you promotion, become GM or anything, what do they expect from you? To go and sleep? What do they expect from you? Small work. Small work. Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when Suratul Nasr, when Suratul Fatih came, in the God aflan, inna fatanaka fatahu mubina, yaghfir laka ma taqaddama min dhanbika wa ma ta'akhkhara, wa yutimma ni'matahu alayk, wa yahdika siratan mustaqima. When that surah came, Aisha was happy. Also was happy. Allah said, all the sins you have committed, the one you are going to commit, our own is not the one we are going to commit to. Our own is what? Not the one we are going to commit to. It is what we have committed. This is a person that Allah said, the one you are still going to commit, I am forgiving you. You are only forgetting you. So we are committed that one now. Ramadan, we are wiping up something. So he said, I have forgiven you your previous sins and those that you may likely commit. Aisha was happy. So alhamdulillah, that is starting now. Nothing to do that about it. What happened? In the night, Aisha saw Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was expecting, come and see this man now. Woke up. Why are you troubling yourself? Your neck is swollen. This news, shakura. Won't I be a grateful servant? Allah has done so much for me. What will I do? Too much is given. What is what? What is expected. So he kept on doing it. Kept on doing good deeds. in Ramadan, your sadaqat, your qiyamul layl, your fasting. The fact that Ramadan is good, that's why you're not going to fast. You're not saying to go fast 1 month too. I'm going to come to you. You don't have to fast another 1 month again. I'm not saying start the whole of night of Ramadan. But whatever you are doing, be doing it. High amal, you know. I don't. Moses said, "Aparu libirra, adwamahu wa inqalla. Aparu libirra, adwamahu wa inqalla." The best of good deeds are done more regularly, even if it is small. More what? More what? Regularly. You do it regularly. If it is only 4 rakat, what you be doing, let it be regular. Sometimes I make 7, I make 8, but not 10 one day for another 5 days, nothing again. Let it be regular. Even if it is small. Your fasting, is it Monday and Thursday? Sometimes you take 30, 40, 15. You take it. Whichever. You let me at least every week a fast. I think every month. If I can fast every week, at least every month, 30, 40, 15. You do it at the you are continuing it, you kept on doing it. You lazama it, you make it compulsory for yourself. Even though if it is small. That's the best of deeds. Not what I've done at this long stretch like Ramadan 1 month and you don't do anything again. That was just to train you, to tell you can survive it. You can survive a month Ramadan. But Allah does not say we should fight a month of Ramadan again. The messenger of Allah never asked us to fast any month complete. He praised the fall, don't join 2 months, another month. So therefore, you continue do this one. So that is why, like I said in Surah Al-Mu'minun, Quran 23, ayah 1 to 6, Allah says, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ فِي الصَّلَاةِ خَاشِعُونَ وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. Up to 6, he said that one. We have done that on the tafsir during Ramadan. So those things are the things you do in Ramadan. You conscious of it, Salah timing. Ramadan is gone. Make sure. Most of us in Ramadan, at least 80% of us will have set on their Salat all the time. Subhi, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, they will have done it. Those who go for Murah, they will have made sure every time they're doing Jama'ah. Those who go for Itikaf, make sure for everything they're doing Jama'ah. For that last 10 days, we have seen that in Ramadan we're able to do that. So Ramadan is gone. We plan our time around Salat time. Not plan Salat around our time. We plan Salat around our own time, our own activities, around Allah's injunctions. What does He want? This is time. So we plan it around that particular time so that we complete. So the same thing we do now. We continue the zakat and everything. We keep on do it. Then we continue, joining one good deed with another deed. So that will. والانتظار الاقترار والعمل والمن يعبد العمل. Number 5 is that we have to be careful to see that whatever we have done, don't be carried away by the enormosity or the the greatness of whatever you think you have done in Ramadan. Some people, I know some people, they went for Umrah. Ramadan, the reason they went for Umrah, after Umrah they went for Itikaf. They spent millions of naira again to do sadaqah. Just in one Ramadan, go for Umrah, go for Itikaf, spend millions of naira doing, some one video or the other. Just in one Ramadan, you are doing it. Because, you're a Jew, how much did you go for Umrah? About 3 or 5 million go to Umrah. How much did you go for Itikaf again? Just one person, in this 1 month alone, I've done so much for Allah. If you know what I did that Ramadan, my God. What I did, I went for Umrah. I did this, I fed people. For 30 days I was feeding people. Iftar, Sahur. I went to many mosques, I did this for different. It was so much carried away with this God. Allah does not want that. All this you have done, Allah's calling to only one ayah in the Quran. One ayah is destroying this thing in the Quran. Look at Surah Al-Mudaththir. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Mudaththir, Quran 74, ayah 6. وَلَا تَمْنُنْ تستكثر لا تمنن تستكثر. Don't think you have done so much for Allah. Whatever you think you have done for Allah cannot hand you the realm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're only a means. They're only a means to getting reward. They are not the one that's going to give you Jannah. It's only a means to get Jannah. It's not what's going to give you Jannah. It's not the Jannah itself. It's only one of the things you can do to earn Jannah. So that's why you have done so much that you automatically get Jannah. No, Allah determines, He knows your intention, why you do what you have done. And Allah knows what He has done for you. You are thinking of what you have done for Allah. What has Allah done for you? The fact that you are able to do it is Allah's mercy. Yes. The fact that you are able to do it, some people have it, but they cannot do it. The fact that you're able to do it is a mercy from Allah. If you're able to do sadaqah, it's a part of mercy of Allah upon you that you're able to do what is good. Doing good deeds cannot come from you. So Allah, it's a mercy from Allah. So therefore, nobody can earn Jannah illa bi rahmatullah, except with the mercy of Allah, that anybody can earn Jannah. ليست الأعمال ثمنا للجنة. ليست الأعمال ثمنا للجنة. There's no job that has a price of Jannah. This is the price. Everything has a price. It will be, I can buy them. If anybody who I want, if I say this place, I'll give them 500 million. They will sell this place now. I give them 1 billion. They will sell this place now. You say this somebody else. Everything has a price. Jannah has no price. As you can see, definitely was in Jannah. So Allah at the time is. Allah at the time is the price of Jannah. It's not you that go to determine. So let's say الأعمال ثمنا للجنة لكنها سبب لدخول الجنة. Just a good deed is only a sabab. It's only a means by which you can have Jannah. Itself is not the price for Jannah. Because I've done this automatic. It's not automatic. It's not automatic. Because Allah has done a lot of things for you that you don't know. لكن لا تدخل الجنة إلا بالأعمال الصالحة. الذي لم يعمل صالحا لا يدخل الجنة. Whoever that does not do good deed, you don't enter Jannah. You don't do good deed, you don't enter. But if you do good deed, you have a chance of what? You have a chance of entry. But something that does not do automatic. But the one that does not do good at all has no what? Has no chance at all to enter Jannah. لكن ليست ثمن فبدون رحمة من الله فبدون رحمة الله الأعمال لا تزهل لدخول الجنة بل ولا تسديد نعمة ولا تسديد أقوى نعمة واحدة من النعم. All that I have done is not even equal to the one mercy of Allah that I have done for you. It tells about the story of a particular man that has worshipped Allah for 70 years, and he left the ground. He left the service of the heart when he was about 10 or 11. He had that, oh, if you don't commit this, you enter Jannah. So he went, he was there on the sea, on the rock on the sea. So when he was on the sea, whenever he wants, Allah says, whatever he wants, he gets what he wants and he eats. Then when he now died, so on the day of resurrection, Allah says, Idkhul Jannah bi rahmati rabbik. Enter into Jannah by the mercy of your Lord. Mercy about which mercy? For 70 years, I never abused anybody. I never saw a man. I never saw a woman. I never told lie. I never gossip. What is my sin? I didn't do anything now. At least the sin that will make me enter I've not committed a single sin. So what is my offense now? Why do I need my mercy of Allah? You want to know why you have to need mercy of Allah? There's no problem. So say, bring out one of his eyes. All the good deeds that I've done, put on the scale. La yas'am atta tasham. They put on the good deeds that are on the scale. The thing when they say, I told you now, so what's my, there's something here now. Just pluck out one of his eyes and put on the second scale. Then one of the eyes now what? Overweight. Say, no, don't worry. The weight, it's only one eye. Give me the second one. The year with which you hear that the word of Allah you do, I'm not taking it. The sense they are told you that you must do what I'm saying, I'm not taking it. Your hand, your leg, everything. Astaghfirullah. Truly, nobody can enter Jannah except what? That's what the Prophet of Allah Muhammad said. لن أعتقد بأني مع الجنة إذا كان قدمي في الجنة والآخر في آخر الجنة. But I will not convince, I'm not sure that I'm still part of a Jannah. If one of my legs is here and one's outside. And I can say, oh come, remember you did something so you don't deserve it again. Fa'alu lima yurid. Nobody can question him about what I does. So therefore, we need to continue because we must not be too much full of what we have done. I have done this, I have done that, I have done. Don't be full of what you have done to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The fact that you're able to do it, He gave you the power, He gave you the good health, He gave you the intelligence, He gave you the wealth, He gave you the resources to be able to do it. So la tamnun tastakthir. So you should not be too much, carried away. That is why the Messenger of Allah says, "If I want to be shamed, fat min startum." If I ask to do anything, do whatever I can do. If I say don't do something, just go away from it. So number 7. Welcome back to Sabia. Number 7. وَيَعْلَ يَشْتَرِطْ أَن نَكُونَ في بعد رمضان كما كنا في رمضان فنعلم أن ذلك الموسم عظيم ليأتي بعد مثله إلى رمضان الذي بعده. Same thing, like I said the other time, don't say because you're out of Ramadan now. They say we have done so much in Ramadan, I'm going to repeat the same thing outside. Cannot repeat the same thing outside. Ramadan is a special month. But the God of Ramadan, the Lord of Ramadan, the Lord of other months. So whatever you are doing Ramadan, you repeat them to outside Ramadan. Like I've told you, you do Qiyamul Layl. If you have been doing 10 that time, if you can sustain 10, fine. If you do all you now have to do Ramadan, you use Quran. For the 10 days of last Ramadan, for the whole of Ramadan, I use the whole Quran to finish Ramadan. Each time I do one juz in one rakah or one page in one rakah, you know why you do it. So it's sort of that you not leave on your job and say, no, I'm going to spend the whole of my job again for Ramadan. No. You're going to fast the whole of the month, you cannot fast the whole of the month. But fast some days in other months. Do some azkar in other months. Your salat, your fara'id cannot be compromised. Your subi, your zuhr, your asr, your maghrib, those cannot be compromised. Those cannot be said, I will do my jama'ah when I like. You must do those one as and when due in jama'ah. But other things, you do zakat, you do sadaqah, you do sadaqah. It will not be as much as you do in Ramadan, because you get money reward in Ramadan, but you must continue to do what? To do what? Sadaqah. To do sadaqah every time. So I'm trying to rush up because of time now. The khatima. When we continue doing what is right, it's a way of actually ending well. What does it entail? Since we don't know when it's going to come, it means we have to keep on doing it. If you want us to end well, you can't be tired of doing what you have done. If you see me, if you get cancelled that time. So please, you have to keep up, but don't overburden yourself. And you also have to understand that whatever you do, when you are very, very strong, Rasulullah says, whatever you do when you are very, very strong, if you are not strong again, those who go for itikaf, those who go for umrah, when you are very strong, because of sickness, they cannot go for umrah. Because of sickness, they cannot go for itikaf. Because of sickness, they cannot fast. All those ones, Allah give them the reward of what they used to do when they were very, very strong. That is why you must not be lazy now. Do the best you can when you are strong. A time will come, you want to do it, and you don't see the opportunity again. And that's why Allah tells us in the Quran, Surah Yusuf, when we talk about Yusuf, it says, "Kam min ayati yamuruna alayya." Many opportunities you have passed through, but you allow them to split away from you. Many opportunities you have seen. You to work hard. I can do teraka. You have the stamina, you have everything, but you're so like about them. So by the time you are now weak, you say, well, when you are strong, did you do it? But if you are doing, you are strong. When you are weak, and I will say, no, this guy, when he was weak, he used to do. فإن أجل يعزم عبارة الحرج أو الفتنة كهجرتي إلي كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم العبادة في وقت الفتن واختلاط الأمور أجر مجاهد في سبيل الله. So whatever you do now, fasting now in this month after Ramadan, doing it of sadaqah now, touching many people now, it's more difficult than Ramadan. Right or wrong? Is it right or wrong? In Ramadan, you have other people doing the same thing. Almost all of you are doing it, competing. But now, only few people are doing it, only you. You only see yourself, no, don't do that. For that way. So it's more difficult now. So the work you do now is more rewarded. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes it very serious because you are making effort. So whoever that does that is doing in Ramadan, now, the little you can, it's just like the one that is fighting because of Allah. Because it's difficult. It's not easy when everybody was doing it. Anything you do alone, it's more difficult than what you do with other people. So we should try our best to do it. عندما تقوم أنت بالعبادة لا شك أن لك أجرا عظيما. عندما فتر الناس أنت تشتت. عندما تقاعش الناس أنت تقدمت. عندما تخلفوا أنت تقدمت. When they are all weak, you are standing. When they are all sleeping, you are standing. In itikaf, all of you are standing praying. In umrah, all of you are standing praying. Everything you are standing praying. But now people are sleeping, you are doing what? You are standing. People are weak, you are carrying on. People are not doing sadaqah, you are carrying on. So that is why you are special. That's why you are special. That was general, now it's special. You come, you want a special person, you must do it now. So we have to know إن هنا مفهوما عظيما وأن العبادة هي أصل في حياتنا. إنها ليست قضية طارحة، إنها ليست قضية مؤقتة، إنها ليست قضية محددة بزمان أو مكان، إنها مستمرة. من السبعة الذين يذلهم الله في ظله يوم لا ظل إلا ظله. We should understand that worship in Islam, it is not something that is time bound. As we only worship in this time, we don't worship at that time. Or the only season that we worship, we will pray in that season. What praying, fasting, all season you pray, you fast. All season you pray. All season you do sadaqah. Sadaqah is not limited to a particular month. Salat is not limited to a particular month. Fasting is not limited to a particular month. It's only numbers that can be limited. So the nawafil are there. You have to keep on doing all these things. So and this I want to round up. I look for أيوة من الوقفات العظيمة التي فعلها الثامنة number 8 now. لا تدخلوا برمضان بالمعاصي وخرجوا بالمعاصي إن لم يستفيدوا شيئا. قال تعالى وإذا جاءوكم قالوا آمنا وقد دخلوا بالكفر وقد خرجوا به ولو علموا ما كانوا يكتمون. Quran 5 ayah 61 Surah Al-Ma'idah. Some people enter into Ramadan as sinners and they came out of Ramadan as sinners. Boshilo. There was no impact that Ramadan had in their life. There was no impact that when they come out, oh, this is Ramadan. Many people, when you see them when they fast Ramadan, there's no one that fasts Ramadan the way you should be fasting. I do not see changes in him. Because you do some weight, everybody will tell you do some weight. You sometimes you look even fresher than before Ramadan. You look lighter. You're spiritually elevated. Ramadan. You try to do, you are more patient. But if you are the one that's always angry and you come and you're still angry like you used to be before, you are still stingy like you were before Ramadan, you are still not telling about Salat al-Islam of Ramadan, it means what? Ramadan has actually not passed through you. Ramadan has not actually passed through you. You only passed through Ramadan, it never passed through you. So for it to be passed through you, we must see it in you after Ramadan. And that we must try to see, like we said. رجعوا إلى ما كانوا فيه من المنكرات. Let us يستفيدوا من Ramadan. They were sinners before, committing zina, usury, everything kind of sin that is what they do. They come back from Ramadan, they are still doing what they are doing. That means what? Ramadan has not what? Has not benefited them in any way. So if that kind of person, can you keep on doing that? So there's no way you can maintain and sustain the type of, because you have not attained anyone before. So you cannot sustain it. So it's only for those who have done that who can do now. So therefore, I beseech Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for us to be able to do what is right. Now, brothers and sisters, a lot of things many of us plan to do in Ramadan. Some wish to fast Ramadan, but one way or the other they cannot fast. Maybe they were sick, maybe they were traveling, maybe they were pregnant, maybe they were breastfeeding. One thing or the other. I want to do it to calf, I cannot do it. I want to do Umrah, I cannot do it. I want to do Sadaqah, I cannot do it. Now Ramadan is gone. The first important thing after Ramadan is gone is to see that what are my shortcomings in Ramadan, how do I make them back? That's the first thing now we have. Ramadan is gone. And that is why the Messenger of Allah have said that whoever fasts the month of Ramadan completely and then follow it with 6 in Shawwal, it shall be like what? Like I fasted a whole year. Because that's Shawwal, you know what it is? Do you know what it means? Shawwal is like, Ibn Qayyim says it's like sujood sawi. Like when you drink prayer, you know what you do, you make a mistake, you forget. What do you do to correct it? You do some sujood sawi, maybe did I do local 4 rakah, you do sujood sawi to correct it. So for any forgetfulness that we have in Ramadan, that is what that Sister Shawwal is. Any mistake that's gone is gone. Because on the day of resurrection, what does Allah tell us? The Messenger of Allah tells us about Allah. That on the day of resurrection is going to first is going to check is our salat. You put our salat in scale. They say, salat is what do we do? Go and look what I asked on the wafil. Go and let us look like what's called nawafil? What's called nafila? What's the meaning of nafila? Nafila means what? Turn aini. Something on top. When you buy gari, you buy rice. And if it's in that aini, it's called nafila. Because the purpose of that aini don't have. The purpose of taking the aini is that if you get home and you measure it and it is not complete, all of it is that one that you have, since you are going to make up in case there's any inadequacy, that's to make up. That's of nafila. You do it to make up for the inadequacies in the original one. Because you cannot negotiate the original one. So, but this one can complement for you. The same thing is that much fasting of Sister Shawwal. And if you fast it, whatever that's inadequacies is that to correct it. The same thing is the sadaqah, the sadaqah fitr that we do. Sadaqah fitr is to purify your fast. You have fasted, in between that fasting, maybe you have told some lies, you have done this or that. That's what we purify it. So it will lift it up. Because any good deed that we do, it must be lifted up. Anything you do, that's what you do. Where's Allah? Where's Allah? Allah. Allah is everywhere, but where is he sitting? He's sitting in heaven. It's Tawheed. Where's Allah? Allah is up. Allah, you know, is everywhere. In His presence, is everywhere. In essence, everywhere. But He is. That's why we have kursi. Yes. That's why He's sitting. That's why the arsh is throne. That's why his stool is called kursi. Where he put his leg is called kursi. That's his stool. Where he put his leg is called kursi. His throne is where he sits. And that is kursi is like this whole of this wall. That's why he put his leg. Just like the whole of the wall, heaven and height. You can see how big Allah is. So it's everywhere in essence. So any good deed that you do, it has to be lifted up. That's why Allah says, Ilahi, yes, and kalimat tayyib. To Allah goes very good words. That's your prayer, your salat. To him good. But what does it? Well, amalu salih yarfa'u. Good deeds without wood catapult it. When you do sarah, when you do there's catapult, that will push boom, to go. The word that was just be rolling. Yes, you have just rolling. Want to push it. That's why they say, oh, that's it. That's why you do good deeds. Those good deeds that you do will catapult your good deeds to go there. So that's why you do zakat al-fitr. To catapult, make some people happy. And what's called sadaqah? Sadaqah is making somebody happy. What's sadaqah? What's sadaqah? Solve somebody's problem is called sadaqah. Even if it's looking for a job for somebody, you have done sadaqah. You have made somebody that's sad, happy. That's called sadaqah. Sadaqah is to make somebody that's happy, sad to be happy. Touch somebody's life, that's called sadaqah. It could be money, it could be food, it could be kindness, it could be in any form. Sadaqah takes a different form. But the needy, provide for them. The needy can take different forms. Some people their need is food. Some people their need is money. Some people their need is good talk. Some people that it depends. So when you saw that, you do sadaqah. So that we must understand. So if you have any shortcoming now in this Ramadan, we have to ensure that we fast the 6 months of the 6 days on Shawwal. This is Shawwal now. There are a lot of issues on that. Some people will say, okay, I'm owing some months of fasting Ramadan. At the same time, I want to do Sister Shawwal, like especially our women, our daughters. Some of them during the period of Ramadan, of course, there's no way that any complete woman that has not reached age of menopause will not miss some fast of Ramadan. They miss some days. That is why women is important for us to understand, and our women too is important to understand. Any woman that is still below the age of menopause and that has still in poverty will miss some days of fasting Ramadan. What is going to happen to that days? That days was what? Must be fasted back. It must be paid back. So if it must be paid back, when was it paid back? The sister that can be fasted only Shawwal. If it's called Zulqa'dah, that sister Shawwal is gone. Then this one that you are owing Ramadan, when we fast outside Ramadan. So the best thing is to fast them in Shawwal. To fast them first, give it a first charge, a priority over Sister Shawwal. Because this is what? Debt. This is a debt. Sister Shawwal is what? Extra. That's not. If you die and you live more than 6 days or 10 days after Ramadan, if you die and don't pay it, you are a sinner. You are owing. You are owing Ramadan. Your survivors must pay it back. I borrow me. If a person dies owing Ramadan, maybe For maybe after some days in Ramadan, he died. He or she died. And it's going some months in Ramadan. That fasting must be paid back. It dies after Ramadan. That the fact, even if he's sick, that fasting, except if it's a terminal disease that cannot be hanged, which has fed somebody in Leo, that fasting must be repaid. So who does it? That is why it should be given a priority, the first charge. The qada is some Ramadan, ala sita Shawwal. After you have done that, you cannot say I want to fast sita Shawwal. So Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, the mother of the faithful, of course, she used to do her own Shaban next year and everything. But he said the reason that I'm doing because I'm so much engulfed, so much preoccupied with serving the message of Allah. That's some reasons. So if you have some, what do you call it, challenges that does not make you be able to fast, that's a different thing. But intentionally, enjoy your journey. We do Ramadan today. That's next year. So therefore, I cannot delay. If you do that one, you are going to pay it back with kafara. You pay it back with what? With a penalty. You are going to feed your fasting and feed somebody. Penalty for your negligence. Because you are negligent. That's why you wasted that time. So Ramadan has passed. And you don't fast that one that old. And you are not sick. And you are not on your journey. So that's going to pay. So you must give priority. So our sisters, our daughters, our sisters, you try to tell your daughters to whatever they are home, they must try to pay. It's responsibility of the fathers to say that Ramadan is gone, my children, how many have you missed? How many have you missed? Our daughters, they all of them will miss. If you our daughters are married, you call them, do you miss? Have you paid it back? Call their husband, have you paid it back? Make sure you pay it back. It's our responsibility as parents to ensure that they pay that one back. So Qadar Ramadan, Qabla Sita Shawwal, Ahsan is better. But if Shawwal goes, and not fasting, there's no qadar for Sita Shawwal. Like, oh, I'm going to pay back Sita Shawwal qadar in Sulukara. No, that's what the scholars call. So we should do that one. Another one that came up is some promises, some pledges that one wants to do in Ramadan. Like some people say, I want to do Umrah in Ramadan. I want to do Itikaf in Ramadan. Or I'm in Itikaf in Ramadan. Suddenly you fall sick. Or something happened, you cannot do it. Ramadan. The scholar says the Hanabila, the Shafi'iyya, and Malik say it has to be paid back. If it is your regular attitude, something you do regularly, I do itikaf regularly, I do Umrah regularly, and one way or the other, I cannot do it for that period. That issue, you should attempt to be made to pay it back is better, but it's not a must. It's not what? It's not a must. What is the evidence? Evidence came حكم كفارة لمن عليه قضاء من رمضان السابق. إذا كان القضاء من رمضان السابق غير رمضان فعليه إطعام مساكين لأجل تأخر القضاء. I've said that one now. If you have somebody fast in Ramadan and not pay it back in Ramadan until another Ramadan, you are holding some months into Ramadan, you don't pay that fasting back till another Ramadan. The year after Ramadan, we are going to pay my second year. After that Ramadan, you are going to do that fasting. You are going to do that fasting and at the same time feed the poor for your what? Negligence of that one. So, but if it is not, there's no reasons for it. It's not that it's sick or anything. There's no problem. If it's sick, or there's some major reason why I cannot do it, like Aisha, in that case, it does not have to pay. But Qadar itikaf, because of itikaf, it is said that an Aisha radiallahu anha, أن نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ذكر أن يعتكف العشر الأواخر من رمضان. That one day the Muslim of Allah wants to do itikaf in Ramadan. فأذنت يا عائشة, and Aisha went to the Messenger of Allah, I want to do itikaf with you. I want to do. فأذن لها. He said, okay, fine, no problem. Go and make your tent too. Tell them to make a tent. Because that time, they make tents. And now Messenger will make his own tent, so that is tent. Not what we do that, everybody sits inside. Everybody builds under his own tent. Why his own tent? Under their tent. They don't go out for toileting or meet the demand of nature or anything, and they go back to tent. So, same thing. Messenger said, فأذن لها. Messenger of Allah asked Aisha, can go ahead. After that one, Aisha also, the daughter of Abu Bakr, Umar now. Aisha was daughter of Abu Bakr. Now, the other wife, the daughter of Umar, saw Aisha. Okay. Now, وصلت Aisha and تستأذن لها ففعلت. Aisha, you have taken permission from the messenger. Based on your permission, can I also make a tent here? He said, why not? If not, they, of course, they are friends. Aisha, so fine. When they say that one, then فلما رأت ذلك زينب بنت جحش بنت جحش. When Zainab bint Jahsh now saw that, okay, Aisha is making the tent here, Hafsa is making the tent here. Zainab bint Jahsh says that, okay, if they don't even go for anybody for permission. Amarati bibina'i fabuni alaha. Now he asks people, a family, go and make my own tent for me there. She made her own tent too. Opening, so she built for her too. قالت وكان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا صلى انصرف إلى بنائه فبشر بالعبدية. Then Muhammad after he finished the prayer in the Maghrib, he was trying to go back to his own, because you have to come out to do Jama'at prayer. If you're in the tent, you must go out. That's why one of the rules of itikaf is that you must use the scarf when you use Jama'at prayer. You must observe all your prayers in Jama'at. You should be able to do Jum'ah. In Jama'at, you cannot be praying alone. So after Muslim came out and went to do Maghrib, and decided he wants to go back, Abishai wants to go back to his tent. Because, when he now got there, Fabasara up there. What is all this? How many tents? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is all this one? Who made all these ones? فقال ما هذا? What's all this? قالوا بناء عائشة وحفصة وزينب. Aisha, Hafsa, Zainab, they all made their own tents to do it. Albir haza, albir. She died and you believe it. Is it because of Allah that you're not doing this all this convention and because of your what I albir haza? It's question albir haza. Is this righteous? Is this right thing to do? That people are doing. What they say? Ma'amna de mu'takif. I'm not doing the gap this year again. Raja. Went to his house. He said, I'm not doing the gap. I'm not going to do. Because of them, only what they can do. The person said, I'm not doing the gap again this year. Thank you. Small time they start arguing. Say, they're not allowed to consider this thing. Argue yourself. I'm not on the time. Falam after the age, and take off Ashara fi Shawwal. So the second after Shawwal, Muslim went and do 10 days itikaf in the masjid. So do you for what? For the one he has missed. So in that case, that's what some scholars says it is permissible to do, but it's not what? It's not a must. It's not compulsory. But if a person says, because I've missed the Umrah, I want to do Umrah in Ramadan. For one way I cannot do it, you can go and do Umrah after that. Of course, but for the Hajj, it's Shawwal, Zulqa'dah, Zulhijjah, the month of Hajj. So, can go and do Umrah, so لم يكن واجبا فعله صلى الله عليه وسلم وإنما فعله تطوعا لأنه كان عمله التبعه من قبل. He did it because it's what he used to do every year. And we should know as Muslims too, if Allah has blessed us, if you have attained some age, it's not above the age of 40, if you have attained a age, you have some element of manipulation of your time. A Muslim should, if you don't go for Umrah, you should go for Itikaf. It's something that one must mandate himself to do. For the 10 years, for the 80 years, he fasted in Medina because Ramadan came in the second year of Hijrah, isn't it? So Muhammad fasted 8 Ramadan. And for the 8 of Ramadan, 80 years, he did Itikaf. The year that not do it, he did it second month. So if he did it that one, it means it is good. It is sunnah to muakkada. Not one, but sunnah, emphatic sunnah for a Muslim that is, has the means and has control over his time to some extent to see that he goes for itikaf. If Muslim can do it, the year he cannot do it with his, because of the problem of family. Sometimes to your family too, there can be problem. This problem is too much. I cannot afford to leave my father to sick. I cannot do this. I can abandon itikaf. Because take care of your father or your parents that are sick, or your wife that is sick is more important than itikaf. So that one's fardu kifaya. So that one is fine. So those who are taking off your family is fardu ain. So you can leave that one. But we should try to do it. Akhiran, lastly, after Ramadan, what's before of us now? What's before the Muslims now? Hajj. That's what before the Muslim Ummah. Every Muslim must aspire to perform Hajj. If you have not done it, you should. It should be on the mind of every Muslim to perform Hajj. Hajj is intention, and must be in the mind of every Muslim at least once in a lifetime. At least once in a lifetime. If I have done once in a lifetime, at least once in 5 years. At least if you have the means again, once in 5 years. Renew it. It needs to be renewed. Rejuvenate yourself and thank Allah, because it is not a favor, it's a right. Allah says, "Walillahi ala nas hajjul bayt." It is the right of me, Allah, upon mankind. It is right, not a privilege. You don't do Allah any favor. Hajjul bayt but for those who have the ability. For those who have the ability to do it, it is a must to see that it is done. But if you refuse to do, Allah is so magnanimous. He said, "Waman kafara." If you like, you refuse to do it, you want to hell with you. To hell with your money. Waman kafara in Allah ghaniyun in Arabic. If you like, don't do it. To hell with your money. If you do it for your own sake, if you don't do it, to hell with your money. So we must aspire. If you don't have the means, you should be praying to Allah. Allah want to perform Hajj. Allah want to perform Hajj. And if you have done before, Allah want to renew it. Allah want to renew it. Just like we try to renew we try to improve on our professions, on our business. Today when we were talking, Imam was talking with some people that, these days now, architectural has become something else. So they use what we call photocard, what do they use now? So it's not like it used to be before. Those who learn that one, what are they today? They have improved. In every means of life that we have improved on it. What do we do in our religion? What was just what we knew 20 years, 30 years ago? We must always improve ourselves. We must update our knowledge. We must update and upgrade. We must update our knowledge and upgrade ourselves. We can't be like what we were 20, 30 years ago. Even the scholars don't sit down, they keep on reading and reading and reading, updating our knowledge and upgrading ourselves. So the same thing for all Muslims. The more Allah gives us the opportunity to live, the more we're going to account to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For every year, for every day that we spend extra on heart, we are going to account for that day. So what do we use that date for? What have I acquired? The knowledge I have acquired today. Have I read an ayah today? Have I written today? Have I said something today? So everyone must think, have I said something today? Have I written something today? Have I read something today? About Allah. Each day we must try to improve on our worship of Allah. This is how to improve, to sustain our gains. The taqwa that you have acquired in Ramadan is by being consistent, by reading the word of Allah all the time, and by listening to the word of Allah all the time, and by saying it. We don't just listen, we say. We have come here today, as I'm talking to you, by a ranking of Allah, I'm the best. Because woman asked the Quran, the best are those, the best in speech. Tomorrow, even after I'm sitting down, if that minister or Imam stands down, I start telling us that those who hear it and they follow it well, you too start talking, you become the best at that time. What I'm talking about Allah at any given time is the best. We must always be talking about Allah. We must be improving our knowledge, and we must do it on basira, on knowledge. Don't mislead people. If you don't know, say I don't know. Don't answer questions that's going to put people in problem. If you don't know, many people know. What you don't know, a lot of people know. Nobody was born with knowledge. We all acquire knowledge in this world. When we all born, we all ignorant. Nobody know ABC. Nobody know any batasa. We came to this world to learn. So we have to keep on learning and learning and learning. And we have to keep on improving on what we have learned. We must keep on improving those who are close to our wives, our children, our family members, our brothers and sisters. So I pray to Almighty Allah. So I said whatever I've said here today as an act of ibadah, whichever that is correct among what I've said today, these are the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever that is not correct, that's defective, these are my own. And I own responsibility before Allah. And may Allah forgive me. Whatever that's not correct, but whatever that's perfect in it, that's the word of Allah, and that's the message of Allah, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I pray to Allah, whatever mistake I've made this comment, may Allah forgive me for it. So whatever that's going to cause you, mislead you, for what I said, may Allah cast away from your memory. That you don't remember so that you don't have that by it. That is why for every discussion, when you finish, you should say Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu. That is the kafara. That is the expiation of the sin committed in the gatherings. Anytime you have a meeting, you say that Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu. So whatever I've done, what I've said that's correct, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cast it away from your memory and to make it so. Brothers and sisters, Itaman Ibn Qayyim said, Ajaban bi'anaka targan Allah mawjudan lak. So wonderful, I'm surprised. Astonishing indeed is you know Allah is for you. You know, Ajaban bi'anaka targan Allah mawjudan. You know Allah is existing. Ibn Qayyim said, you know that Allah is existing. Walam tuhibbuhu, and you don't want to love Allah. وأنت تسمع قول رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, and every time you hear Allah call, answer the call of Allah when you are called. You face to refuse. وَلَمْ تُعْجِبُهُ, and you don't refuse to answer the call of Allah, Mr. Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم. You don't rush to Sharia and you go to eat. وأنت تعرف الفوز بالعلاقة مع الله وتختار وتتعلق مع غيره, and you know that the only way you can succeed in life is to relate with Allah alone, relate with His word, relate with His guidance, and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But you choose to take the guidance of somebody else, the Americans, same-sex marriage. That's what's happening here, everywhere. Misguidance here and there. That's what we say on social media. That's what you are doing. That's what you are sharing. If we don't share the word of Allah again, we don't talk about the word again, and we know. وَعَجَبًا عَجِيبًا, and wonderful indeed. Surprise, you know. بأنك تريد الله في حياتك. You cannot succeed without Allah. You know that you cannot succeed in your life without Allah. If you are going to Ibadan, I don't know where we are going in Ibadan. Imam already knows it. If I like, I run by 200 kilometers per minute, per hour. If I get to Togi, what will I do? I have to wait for the person who knows the route. Don't know. No matter what you do, you can't do anything except with Allah. You are going to ultimately wait for who? For who? Allah, because here no man share. The wish of Allah will come to pass. So we know that that is the issue. You are going to wait for. Why are you trying to run by Him? Why trying to precede Allah? وَلَنْ تَعِيشِ بِغَيْرِهِ ثُمَّ تَرْفَضْ عَنْهُ وَتَسْرَعَ إِلَى مَا تَبْعَدُهُ مِنْهُ. You know you cannot live without Him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then you are rushing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are refusing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you are rushing to that which is taking you far away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. اللهم صل وبارك على محمد وعلى اله وصحبه. اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. اللهم تقبل منا دعاءنا واغفر لنا جميع خطيئاتنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا فلا تدع لنا في مقامنا هذا ذنبا الا غفرته ولا هم الا فرجته ولا دين الا قضيته ولا مريض الا شفيته ولا عدو الا هزمته ولا كربة الا نفسته ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا هي لك رضا لنا بالسلام الا قضيتها وارتضيت يا رب الراحمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت استغفرك واتوب اليك. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون السلام على المرسلين والحمد لله والسلام عليكم.